What? Oh, hello there. So, as you can already tell, I've changed things up for the coming season, starting with this festive take on a typical leprechaun outfit. We're going to talk about St. Patrick today, but also leprechaun myth, right after that classic blaring intro. By now, I'm sure we all know the story of how St. Patrick drove the snakes from Ireland. But actual snakes have never been indigenous to this island. In fact, Ireland has no large predators, bears, scorpions, or dangerous sharks. This is a myth told because the snakes that many Catholics and Christians refer to are the ancient Gaelic people who were still worshipping their old gods, labeled pagan, something along the lines of hick. If you've been following Toa lore, you already know that Tessandra, Martin and Shane's mom, and my character's grandmother, is from a pagan family that recently converted to Catholicism. So she's an appropriate subject to help me out today. A lot of the symbolism we use for St. Patrick's Day comes from the man himself, who apparently was captured and made a slave by British pirates before becoming a bishop. Huh. March 17th actually marks the date of Patrick's death, not his birth, and is considered his saintly feast day, despite not actually being officially canonized as one of the traditional saints. The reason for green is that it's his favorite color. And shamrocks, or the three-leaf clover, as it were, represent a holy trinity, like the Celtic knot, or Madeline, Martin, and Shane. This is because many of the early Gaels and Celtic gods were trinity deities. Patrick's attempts to convert these people away from their ancestral pantheon is what gives us the concept of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost in modern Christianity. What about some other symbols? Leprechauns, rainbows, cauldrons brimming with gold coins. There's actually a few reasons for each. In Ireland, weather is often under the influence of a low pressure. Associated with low pressure is rising air, giving us the much-used cliche sounding sunshine and showers. This is a very common feature of Ireland's weather and is why they get plenty of rainbows. According to St. Patrick, these same rainbows, which have been associated by early Gaels as symbols of unity and peace for centuries, were supposed to tell them that the God they would be worshipping under Christianity would never destroy the earth again with a flood. And stories like these are not uncommon in many ancient myths where translated by traveling missionaries in order to make their religion seem appealing and thus spread their belief. Leprechauns, though, are almost entirely an Irish invention. In Irish folklore, this fairy takes the form of a tiny old man, often with a cocked hat and leather apron. They're solitary by nature, but he is said to live in remote places and make shoes and brogues, which is a sturdy sort of boot that's worn in the Highlands. The sound of his hammering betrays his presence, making them easier to find. And this is also where the pot of gold comes in, because he's said to possess a crock of gold, and if captured and threatened with bodily violence, he might, if his captor keeps his eyes on him, reveal its hiding place. But usually the captor is tricked into glancing away, and the fairy vanishes. Also, this word is derived from the Old Irish lutrapan, meaning little body. And now, with that little interesting history lesson done, let's talk about this piece. First, the snake. I tried some transformative ways of using scale patterns and incorporating that with the design. This is a technique I've always wanted to try, and I liked it so much I tried the same thing again with Tessandra's hair. I think the curls really add something, and I'm still going to brush it out. Also, a minor confession time. I almost didn't make it this week, but thankfully pulled it together. I hope you're enjoying my content. I'm thinking I might try and do a live coloring stream either on YouTube or Twitch, whichever works better for me, but I'd like to get some feedback first. Can you give me some comments on whether or not I should do a live? If I get enough interest, I definitely will. I think the artist did a really great job with the line art, and I liked coloring it. The shades also look really good. Using the temperature, I can match the colors closer to the cool background of a deep forest, just outside an opening to the fairy realm. Only a Tuatha like Tessandra would be able to tread there safely. And for now, that's another project, and this is actually going to be a two-part for the spring equinox. The next part is coming when I'll discuss some of the pagan roots of Easter. So in the meantime, watch out for more every Thursday. We've got so much coming, and I'm super excited to share this with you. Don't forget our Patreon if you want to watch our videos ad-free, see my art, and get some other upcoming news. This is our week's artist, Lune 1231 on Fiverr. They're a cartoonist and digital illustrator with a major in comic book art. They've been teaching their craft for almost 2 years. Their artwork was also very affordable and with a specialization in D&D characters. Maybe I should get them to do a picture of my tiefling. Well, anyway, the link to their business is in the description. If you want to color your own D&D character, I suggest checking them out.
So I do want to announce something to you guys real quick. His name is Mirari. Do you see him? Here recently, I accepted an acting gig with Tales of Atonement. I am going to be appearing in the web series that contains this grizzled man in the coming months. I am still working on the actual voice that I will be using for the character, but I have accepted the role of the character and will be working everything out with Tales of Atonement. Bear in mind, everything is in the early stages right now where it's concerned, but please keep an eye on the channel for when I do end up appearing there. Please and thank you.